I tried to sell shoes, and shoes is the worst thing to sell on Marketplace because the only people who message you are people who have foot fetish. Just all me. I can't put them on. There's like a 0.1 second delay, and I'm just gonna be talking like this the whole time, so I can't do it.
There is. Oh, hello. Why was that my test?
It was silent, dude. You're a sound check.
Hold on. Let me test the mic.
Yeah.
Okay. I think it sounds good.
peaking.
It is peaking on the high end. Let me check the low end.
You think that's what they do on a porn set? That's how they test it?
Yeah, but that's one guy. It's his job.
Yeah. Oh, he's like a stand-in.
Yeah, he's a stand-in. He's an audio stand-in.
That's amazing.
I met this guy in university who claimed that he was a porn voiceover artist.
Whoa.
Like dubbing or
Yeah, like, well, I don't know if it was like, it's not like they would translate it.
yeah.
It's just French.
It's just
Oui.
yeah.
Oui.
Or adding le before everything.
Was he
And-
rich?
So I started off by saying he claimed, and I was like, "That's wild. Tell me about it." So like, what do you do? And like, I don't know if you've ever talked to me before, but like, I'll go deep on somebody's questioning, and he said it, and after about 5 minutes, I was like, "This guy's a lying piece of shit. Like, there's no way that this is real because like I'm an actor. I know what you do on sets and stuff like that. This guy was just like, had no.
But you
fucking
think
clue.
your experience on set would be the same for this guy on a porn set?
No, because he's doing it at voiceover. He's doing it later. or
Right.
whatever.
What a strange lie for him to come up with, that he was just like, I got this guy. I'm going to tell him that I'm a voiceover for pornography.
You think you're in Hollywood? I'm a bit of a Hollywood man myself.
How did you find out? How did you catch his lie? I know you go deep, but like you were like, oh yeah, tell me more, and then you checked his IMDb.
Yeah. I don't remember. This was like more than 10 years ago now, but it was something along the lines of like, oh, so like, how does it work? Like you get paid, per session or whatever.
Is it in post or like
Yeah,
during?
it would have been post, right?
It's during, it's
Yeah.
alive.
on the side?
How do you how do you match the lip movements? Like, what do you do with that? And he's like, oh, we don't match the lip movements. And I was like, you don't match the lip movements? Like,
So it's like
is there-
anime?
yeah,
It's almost like they don't care about the quality of the storyline in pornography and what people are saying. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Someone's watching their. Oh, I was gonna say that. Yeah, people watch mouths in porn. Never mind.
Honestly,
It's like, yes,
that's
they
like
do.
half the point.
Towards the end of the video.
Right.
Not that I've ever seen
kudos
it.
to that guy, because he's had a huge impact on your life. Like, you're still telling the story of this man 10 years later.
I probably think about this guy once a week.
Well, that's why I wanted to know.
He's your Roman Empire.
Yeah. I love that that's a saying now, because I've heard people say like, this is my Roman Empire for multiple things. I'm really happy with
That
that.
was an SNL thing last night.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And that means Roman Empire, the thing you think about once a week?
Yeah, did you not hear the thing where it's like, it was a girl, I think it was a girl on TikTok, and she was just like, does anybody else's husband like constantly think about the Roman Empire? And then like it cuts to somebody else being like, hey babe, when's the last time you thought about the Roman Empire? And the guy's like this morning.
What?
Yeah. So it's like a thing. Like, apparently
Have
guys.
you not been on the internet in the last month?
No, I got banned.
Oh
Okay.
shit.
They turned it off.
You were offering too much voiceover for
I
porn.
was trying to do
one
it.
wants
Freelancing.
You're
Yeah.
connected to Sam Bankman-Fried or whatever.
Yeah, I'm tied up in that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be women. Well, I don't know if it's true, but the equivalent is astrology.
Interesting.
I know.
Are you into astrology?
No.
But haven't.
But you are a
think
woman.
about
But I am an Aries.
Yes. Classic Sagittarius. Yeah, it's supposed to be like women are thinking of astrology once a week.
Right.
How often are you thinking about astrology, Carson?
As little as I can.
Do you even know what sign you are?
Yeah.
What are you?
Aries.
Hey.
Aries. Oh.
Yeah.
Hello.
And you're also an Aries, I assume,
Uh-huh.
by you saying that?
I know that one. Yeah, that's the one I am.
Okay, what is the Aries? What do they do?
They got horns.
That's where
Do they have
that's where my
horns?
knowledge ends.
Oh, okay.
Wait a minute. Yeah, apparently I don't know. I feel like it's the best one, but then they say that that's an Aries thing to say. So I don't know.
I think I'm the only woman I know that is not like well read or knowledgeable about astrology.
Right.
I don't know anything.
You know what you are, though.
But the thing is, yeah, I'm a
Are you a-
Sagittarius,
okay.
but I have a twin brother, and we're 1 minute apart, and we are completely different people.
I thought you were gonna say I've got a twin, but they're a Cancer.
Yeah.
Because they were born like right on the 12:01,
Yeah.
12 a.m. thing.
So all the things of like if like this time we were born, all the things, like shouldn't that all our signs?
Like, shouldn't it be the same thing?
Yeah.
Right.
But wow, you figured it out.
Wow.
You
Every
finally debunked it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a boy and girl thing. Case closed.
Oh, no such thing as astrology.
Sorry.
You heard it
yeah.
here.
Yeah.
So they did a fun thing where somebody somewhere at one point that I've seen happen, they did this thing where they gave everybody their horoscope, and then they asked them to rate how much they thought it described them. And then this was a group of people who all kind of like pretty much believed in it. And then they're like, okay, so like, like you, like, what did you think? Oh, I thought it described me really well. It talked about my dreams and ambitions, and it was like really accurate. How did you feel? And it's like, yeah, it was pretty good. And then they like asked like 5-6 people, this class of 20, and then everybody's like, yeah, it's really good. Then they say like, okay, so why don't you read it out, yours, and then we'll talk about it. And as they start reading it out, people start giggling and laughing because,
Being like, you're nothing like that.
no, because
all have
everybody
the same one.
they all had the same one.
Oh.
It's a horoscope prank.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be...
horoscope prank. Ashton Kutcher comes out.
It's the exact same show. He's just dressed in like a robe, though. I thought it was going to be that they mix it up. Like you were actually reading a Capricorn one.
Right.
Apply it to yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In your head.
It's
Yeah.
all in your head.
They did do that, but they just
gonna-
made it up and it didn't matter.
Yeah.
You're gonna get
'cause
outraged from the audience on this
Yeah.
one.
Hey
on
man,
horse.
all the comments
Especially
can
their
just comment
self-choices.
at me against my astrology views. I'll take it.
But don't leave a bad review for him on Marketplace. He needs it. It's his livelihood right now.
Yeah, you were saying before the show that you're making most of your living off Marketplace.
Yeah, I'm making a living by getting rid of stuff I already own on
Wait,
Marketplace.
you're saying that people are buying stuff. Like,
Yeah.
obviously people buying stuff, but they'll buy whatever.
Oh man.
What's the worst thing you've sold on Marketplace? Like, what's the most unlikely thing that someone would buy? from
Porn,
your-
audio, DVD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your own person.
Director's cut.
Because I got rid of a like an old style blender, like an Oster blender, and it was just red. It was the thing. I was like, I got a red blender. I don't need it anymore. I have myself a Ninja. And so I was like, what am I gonna do with this stupid blender? It looks okay. It's not terrible. The blades work. It pulses.
Yeah.
And then I put it up there for $40, and guess what? I had to go and meet somebody in the middle of Yonge and Dundas Square and give them this.
Rookie mistake.
Got stabbed.
What?
What
No,
is
no,
that
no.
too, yeah.
We made the deal. We made the deal.
Rookie mistake.
Did
Did I get scammed?
No, you go to more options and then you scroll down and you select door pickup only.
Whoa, this guy Marketplace.
But you want them to come to your house? You okay with that?
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Because he
okay
picked
with
a very public location.
Yeah,
Oh, I don't care about that.
Both.
What happens
are
they?
options
Because
for
I'm
being
what happens
stabbed.
they come back.
You're a big scary dude. What are you afraid of? I'm a tiny little baby boy.
Scamming them. I scammed them with this red.
You got intimidating eyes.
Do I?
The squint.
Yeah.
The squint really good.
Do you come to your lobby door or do you literally
Yeah.
come to your apartment? You're like,
No,
come
no,
on in.
down to the bottom. I don't tell them my apartment number.
Right.
Yeah, if they want to stalk, it's okay. This is the same argument I've had with my mom since I was 15 years old. I don't care about strangers on the internet. If they're going to try and find me and stalk me and kill me, they don't need to do it through Facebook Marketplace.
They can find him on the YouTube
They
channel.
can find me on the
Yeah.
YouTube channel. They can figure it out. They can follow me
Comment
home
below
from
if
the
you
bus.
plan to
If we get 1,000 comments, we will publish his address, his home address.
Let's
don't you
hashtag
get-
dox me.
a lot of people like ghosting you or bailing.
Yeah, it's so annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they
it
do.
sucks. But I would much rather okay, I'm like also attached to items, right? And I hate like just throwing something that's like useful away.
Yeah.
So to just give it to somebody for $5, even though it's like, a $20, $30, $40 thing, I would much rather that than throw it in the garbage and just know that it's going away.
I put it in the thing in my apartment building is you put it just in the lobby.
Just leave it in the lobby
Yeah, and
And then it just goes away.
no, then somebody comes and grabs it.
and then throws it out.
Probably.
Yeah.
But there's always, now it's gone too far. There's like a container. It says like some rice.
Some rice. Hey, I didn't finish this last night.
And then so it's from everything from like here's one ruby earring, I can't find the other, and then like the next day it's like here's a bit of a hot dog.
Oh, I would love that everyone thinks it's like this nice community, the building coming together. It's just the custodian having to deal with this every day.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
100%.
That's true, right? Yeah.
Do you ever worry that you've like been ripped off on an item and like you didn't realize how valuable something was?
That's why I don't. That's why I don't throw anything away.
Right, your house looks like her lobby.
Yeah, exactly. I have a bunch of little hot dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna
Some
be
rice is valuable. I am, but like I'm becoming better at tossing stuff out because you have so much trash over your lifetime, right?
Yeah.
You have so many plans for these things. Like I have piles of wood because I'm like, I'm gonna make something out of this. I'm not making anything out of anything. I'm lying to myself. And I watched this fun clip that was like, not fun. It's like where they're like, you're ruining your present because of the future plans that you plan on doing all this stuff. Because now you're just living with like wood furniture in an apartment, or things that you plan on doing.
Yep.
But the problem
Pisces
is,
move. Are you a Pisces?
I'm not a Pisces.
Okay.
Such a Pisces
I just took a
move.
swing.
But
I don't know.
those cords, when you might need to plug in that Acer laptop from
Yeah.
2010.
I have my university laptop in my closet.
Right. Get rid of it.
See,
throw it out.
that's what's nice about Marketplace is that you can be like, I might use this for a day, but then if you're like, no, I'll just sell it, and then I can use that money to buy the next thing that I want. It's like it's an easier switch in your mind to just be like, I can let this thing go. It's a.
But you don't want everybody to know your secrets on that.
Oh, that history is
It's not
worth
good.
guarding. The internet.
I will be buried with this laptop.
Yeah. Rockland and I a friend of mine, Rockland, the comedian,
friend of the show.
former podcast host on another show, we'd print off the search history and give it to each other in envelopes as like a fail-safe, like nuclear codes, being like, if I ever betray you, you've got these of mine and I've got these of yours.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
In
In
armistice.
paper form,
Paper form.
so you know it's real.
Oh, you know it's
that can't be doctored. That's like,
Mine's real, but I open his. It's just like a fuck you.
Would you have these in like little capsules that you buried outside your house that you like?
Salt pills, cyanide pills.
Yeah, that's right.
Did you ever do that? Have a time capsule that you buried in your yard?
Not me personally, but the school did
Yeah,
one
the
at
school
one.
did it.
Yeah.
Did you guys make the cut?
But ours was a Catholic one.
What did you put?
Just favorite Bible quotes?
Yeah. Yeah.
What in your time capsule?
It was mostly like little letters to like Jesus, just in case.
In case he came out,
Yeah.
he walks right for the time capsule.
Yeah.
I'm only gonna save humanity if
Yes.
it has the right amount of prayers in here.
And it was you had to put in something that you like really cared about, and the teacher would be like, "No, you don't care about that pen. Like, how about like your pencil case that like your mom knitted?" And we'd be like,
No.
They always make me
What?
sacrifice.
That sucks.
My grandfather's Holocaust ring.
"Yeah."
Oh my god.
Do they give a holocaust? What is Holocaust? Is that a real thing?
What, is it on my wedding ring in this case?
Yeah.
And I'm 6 years old at this
And
Catholic
you're in
school?
Catholic
I also only know of like
They'd
a
be
ring
really
that
mad
like,
if they found that out.
I only know of a ring that comes from like engineering school. So I'm just imagining that somebody
Yeah.
giving this
The Nazis did a lot of horrible stuff. They gave very nice rings
Very
to
nice
everybody
jewelry, yeah.
on the way out.
commemorative.
Because I
Gift shop.
heard that somebody recently, this is someone in Toronto, went to a yard sale and bought, I couldn't remember what it was, but I think it was like some kind of antique desk
All
or
right.
something. And then they found out it was worth like $60,000. And if you were in that situation, would you tell the person that you bought it from, or would you just say score?
Yeah, that's yours.
That's
Yeah,
yours.
You made the deal.
That's some lobby rights.
You're doing-
right
you're
there.
doing
That's some lobby rights?
Yeah.
You should flip that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, people do that, right? They go garage sailing, and,
Hoping.
hoping. Well, I don't know. And the thing is, you have to know the value of your goods. You like, but if it's nothing to you,
Calling it goods makes you sound like a real pro.
hey, listen, I know a guy on Marketplace, and he's got a stack full of cash in his pocket.
But like, do your like my parents are still in the house that like I grew up in. They kept everything. Like I went there recently. I have. Oh no, I'm saying this. Okay, I have.
You don't have to.
I've already started.
You don't need to admit to
No,
any
she has to. I
crimes.
need to know now.
It's happening. We found. Okay, I have 180 trolls.
Oh, those tiny little
Troll
trolls.
dolls.
Those are probably
They're
worth
not
a lot.
Oh, I checked. They're not.
Because you
Turns out
opened
this
them
mass
and they
produced
were
thing is
used.
not worth
Because
it.
I did whatever to them. That sounds. I don't know. That didn't sound good.
Did you see the Barbie movie?
Yeah.
Just the absolutely destroyed Barbie. Is that your troll house?
I used to like burn them.
I for sure cut off troll hair.
But
that was
have
part of the-
so many.
Why did you have so many?
I don't know.
You don't remember why you wanted the troll so bad?
I just know that it was like I'm a twin and my brother was like good at reading.
So you're like, I'll show him.
And I was like, my thing is trolls.
There was that kid in every
that
class who
tracks.
was the reading kid.
Yeah.
Did you guys have the
No,
reading kid?
we had the troll kid. She was way cooler.
How did she turn out?
That's so
Do
good.
you line them up on your like desk and then put them on the end of your pencils and whatnot? And,
No, they were all like set up.
oh,
like,
you had like a little
In your
playhouse.
room, like terrifying, staring at you.
yeah, and I have so many sizes of them.
Oh, really?
They're all sizes.
That's a nightmare.
Like,
You have a
one's like-
horror house.
Yeah, this sounds worse than I thought when you first started telling the story.
They all had names, and I gave them names of my
They did have
kids.
names.
Oh, great.
All
What
of
are some of the
80
names?
180 names.
Yeah, and I had a scroll, and like people would come over. I pretended I was like, I don't remember. I remember.
Yeah, the more we're getting into this, because we started
Yeah.
finding the loop.
I'm not gonna fight you. You can't lie to me.
He goes deep. That's
Yeah.
what he said.
Yeah.
But can you check Marketplace if anyone is interested?
In trolls.
And even if it's for a fetish,
I
that's fine.
guarantee
you give him a
I
commission?
guarantee you it's more now, especially that they've started advertising the second Trolls movie.
And some of them have like built-in boobs.
What?
If anyone's into that.
Built-in boobs. We'll talk after the show. I'll buy all those ones.
Yeah.
Those are not for sale.
Edit that out. No,
Do you have Pokemon cards?
Yes. I've had a Charizard that like I don't care about playing cards anymore, but when I was a kid, I fucking lost my shit when I got this
This
card.
doesn't surprise me.
Oh yeah. And then I used it, but I immediately put it into like a little safe case or whatever. Like, cause I was just like, that's just my style. you
You're
know?
a smart, yeah.
Didn't think about it like long term. I was just like, I don't want this thing to get ruined. Like, I like this thing. It also made for cheating when you played really easily. You could shuffle and then there'd be like one card.
One giant
Like,
plastic
really
one.
good thing. You'd always
Oops.
deal that
Oh,
to
here
yourself.
comes this card.
Yeah.
Dealt this one again.
I don't even know what it does. But yeah, go ahead. Please continue.
And so my brother, he collected cards since he was a kid. He's like 10 years old, 10 years older than me. And he's 10 years old. Born
He's
today.
10 years old.
Yeah. So he's got like all these like vintage like hockey cards and baseball cards and stuff like that. And he's like gone through them and like started getting them graded by like the professional grading companies. I forget what they're called. Anyways, like I was like, I know I have this one card. Like here, go look it up or whatever. See how much it's worth. And he goes and gets it graded. It's on a scale out of 10. I think it got an 8.5 or something. And it was like worth $250. Like,
That's it compared to like the 10 worth like millions.
well, I mean, like the 10 is worth, if it's a 10, it's pristine, it's never been opened, and there's like a defect in the printing, now you're getting
That's
into the
the one.
millions. But like a perfect, like these are only like whatever, 1998, 1999, 2001 kind of like area that they were like printed and popular. I'm sure they're still printing them, but like from that era, it's not like that was the 1930s. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like,
Well, they're not printing Pokemon cards from the 1930s.
no.
The Charizard.
Depression era Pokemon cards.
Ash is just his pockets out. It doesn't have
But he's
any.
he's got that plastic jar. I don't even know, what does that card do? I've never played Pokemon, so I don't know what that.
It has powerful attacks. That's about as much as I can remember.
Is that what it is? It's like a card game where it's like you play.
Nobody really
Like the
played
kings.
them. You just traded them. At my school, you just traded.
No,
Trade
it was
them
like a
for what?
game.
You guys would actually battle?
I mean, I did with the one kid who also did it.
Just you two in the corner?
Yeah.
They seem a lot more popular now. It's had some staying power.
Not like trolls.
No, unfortunately, they don't.
You were in the corner while everyone was playing Pokemon,
Yeah.
still being like, trolls, though?
Mine has boobs.
Yeah. 10 years later, all those kids would have been all over those
Oh
trolls.
yeah.
But they made a movie out of trolls. They haven't made a movie out of Pokemon.
There's been Pokemon movies. The hell are you talking about?
I don't know. I guess I've never seen a Pokemon.
You
Is
said
there a
it so
Pokemon movie?
confidently.
Is there a
haven't-
Pokemon movie?
They
In the
haven't
height of
made-
Pokemon.
1,000.
Are there? I guess I'm not in the zeitgeist of it.
They released one like last year.
They
Who
haven't
was
made.
starring in
Ryan Reynolds is in a Pokemon movie.
Yeah, with the Detective Pikachu.
They haven't made.
Oh, is that Pikachu's a Pokemon?
Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah,
god.
I think you're more of a Pog guy.
Slammers?
Yeah.
Nah, I didn't do that either.
What about marbles?
I was a Marble Man.
Well,
I'm from the
Are
1930s.
you 50 years older than we
Yeah.
think you are?
Well, yeah, we played with the cat's eyes and whatnot. Yeah, it was the marbles.
You'd get a piece of string.
And don't you like at recess? Yeah, like a kid would dig a hole,
Yeah, and you,
little hole, and then
that was
play.
unrelated though. That guy was
Yeah,
fucking
he
weird.
just his parents died. He was messed up.
He was trying to bury them.
yeah,
They were still in his lobby.
You guys remember that show Recess, where like every kid had a deal? They were like,
Oh, yeah.
right? Like there was like the smelly kid, the weird fun kid, like the pretty girls, the like skateboarder.
the marketplace kid.
kid.
The troll.
Which kid do you think you were?
I don't know. Come back to me.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, I was a Devil Sticks kid for like a hot second. For like 1 week, I was a Devil's kid.
Is that the juggling?
Yeah, it was like the sticks that you did. It was fun, right?
Yeah.
You got it for Christmas or whatever it was, and then you did it, and you got good at it quickly, and then you're like, this sucks.
You plateau.
I got to carry this thing around, and everyone starts calling you the Devil Sticks kid.
Especially at your school, that was very dangerous. The Catholic school.
Oh, yeah. You don't want to be devil anything.
Yeah, you put that in the time capsule right away.
Do you think they're called devil sticks because of Daredevil? Because isn't that what he uses? 2 little sticks like that?
I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe
Probably
that's why
not.
they call him Daredevil.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to fact check that.
Yeah.
We're also gonna have to fact check if there's been any Pokemon movies. Did you guys ever play Red Ass? Do you guys know that game?
We played Murder Ball a lot.
Wait.
No, I don't know.
I think red ass is something different.
I'd love to know what you think it is.
Is it just where you
Slap someone's ass?
yeah,
really
and then
hard?
run away?
And film it.
Run away to Jesus.
No, but that game sounds
Sanctuary!
like that's being played at every Catholic
And then
school.
you go apologize to Jesus.
A little different.
Okay.
This one would be you're trying to throw a ball against the wall in some capacity, and I think if you threw it at the wall, and if it bounced twice, I think. If it like that, then you had to go against the wall, and all the other kids would throw the ball as hard as they could.
Oh, yeah, I remember
And you were
that.
supposed to pull your pants down, and they'd throw it at your ass until it got red, ideally.
A lot of those got banned. Like Red Rover
Yeah.
was banned
Yeah. Red Rover got banned?
from my school.
That makes sense.
And what's the other one? Dodgeball, like with the big red balls that would like doing.
Leave an
Yeah.
imprint on your face, that webbing.
I broke 2 fingers.
What?
From getting hit with one of those?
Yeah, I was like, I tried to catch it to block my twin brother. He's
You
he
really
was-
love
he was
this
reading.
brother. That's
Yeah.
very nice.
He would not put the book
he
down.
was the reader. I was the like trolls. So then I put my hand up to block the ball, and it went snapped it.
It still hit him in the face.
Yeah, it still hit him, and I got hurt. But yeah, dodgeball, and also like all the bullying stuff, like
Bullying got banned?
that.
Thank God. I was so sad when it was encouraged.
Yeah.
I know.
Glad they flipped it.
Yeah, you got to know who's cool.
Yeah.
Red Rover, we didn't have any big accidents, but I heard that because people would like dislocate their arms
And their ribs and stuff.
I don't
the rib-
understand what
it
the
was-
game is.
Oh, please.
You're supposed to link arms or something and run.
So you make like teams.
Yeah.
And you link arms, and then you say Red Rover. We call Scott over, someone from the other side, ideally who you don't think can run fast enough or strong enough to break through your arms.
Okay.
But they run like they're
top speed.
Right.
You pick the weakest kid, is what you're saying?
yeah. So usually the biggest person is last because you don't want them to
Right.
run at you.
Right. And then, yeah, so if you break through the links of everyone's arms, then you get to go back to your side. If you don't break through, you become a part of their web
They
Right.
take
of
you.
people.
Yeah.
And then you try and become the web of people. And
You can choose who to run at too. So like you could choose whose arms.
so you're
to-
just body checking people that are standing still in a group is what it was.
and
Right.
It's like the smallest people
Okay.
that are always being like,
Racing for the biggest,
Right.
fastest
Brendan's coming.
kid. It's always Brendan. They're always named Brendan.
And that's why your brother was a reader. He's like, I'm
Yeah.
not playing
Yeah,
Red
you
Rover.
opted out of
Yeah,
this.
my brother, he couldn't. His little ribs.
What does your brother do now?
He's a sports journalist.
Wow,
for hockey.
cool.
He writes about it. He cannot play it.
Right. That feels on
He
brand.
plays it up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was reading the obituaries not too long ago in my small town.
This guy knows how to party.
You know, on a Friday night.
Just
Oh, old Chester's dead.
crank into the obits. Yeah.
We're in the obits, and I saw they were doing
That would
an
be a
auction.
good place to hunt for places to break into.
That's a
Oh,
different way
yeah,
of
that's a
thinking
good
about it.
idea.
Right? Like if you wanted to be a criminal and you're just like reading the obits, like, oh, empty house over there. Like,
Yeah, because it comes up pretty quick. Or you'd be like,
That's classic marketplace
Yeah.
thinking right there. Reagan, you steal a bunch of this
Marketplace
stuff on the old Facebook marketplace and
Flip it.
make myself $75.
so they were auctioning off people's stuff. Or...
Yeah, so it was like and they had everything listed. But one of the things they had listed was rare hockey cards. And so
they
I
knew
went on.
they were rare.
rare.
They knew they were rare.
They
when
knew they were
listed
rare.
them. Okay.
And then I went on the website. It's like my town, and it's a really old auction website. And sure enough, I look up this card. There's like 50 of them. There was a Wayne Gretzky card. And I Googled it, and there was like,
He's a big deal, you found out.
he was a big deal, I found out. I was like, wow, he's done very well. Your brother probably wrote about it.
Yeah.
And apparently was worth like millions potentially because it was one of those cards. It was like an Oki release. I'm gonna butcher this, but essentially it had all the things. It had like a mistake in the corner.
Right.
It was in mint condition because it was in this like brick of glass.
Right.
And at the time I started bidding, it was like $45.
Right.
And I was thinking, I'm like, I found this thing that no one else in my town is even gonna notice. Even in my small little town, by the end of the week, that card was selling for $17,000.
Wow.
Somebody caught word of it, I guess. We got outbid, obviously.
Right.
Your $45 got outbid.
It got outbid.
Oh, wow.
We tried to though. Like we went up to like $7,000.
Oh, really?
We were going big on this.
You're finding other people to invest in this.
I made a couple calls. Yep.
Right.
We pooled,
Right.
but we didn't get it.
Isn't it? It's sad that he had this very valuable card, died with it.
Yeah.
Never seen the money from it. Didn't get to put it on marketplace and use that money for fun things like.
His ungrateful kids probably are selling it.
Somebody sold it. Somebody called it. I've tried to Google to see how much somebody got for it.
Wouldn't go to an estate auction if he had kids. They would just go to them.
Never mind.
Yeah. That
Fuck it anyway.
Yeah. That's way worse. He died alone and sad.
Yeah.
Nobody's there.
So
that is worse.
would you say your most valuable possession is the Charizard?
No.
Oh, okay.
You heard it here first.
Do you have a thing that you would keep like this old man like for forever and like die with it?
Right.
And
I mean,
that
I'll-
your ungrateful kids will auction off.
guess I'll try to do that. I think I'll live a really good life if I die with this random piece of garbage that
Yeah.
the world values at $10 million.
I have like some autographed stuff. Like I don't, but it's probably not worth anything now.
No, what's autographed?
Yeah.
I have a Backstreet Boys poster.
Bra.
Oh, box.
Signed by all of them.
Yeah,
Nice.
In good condition.
it's in great condition.
Is it on the wall
No, it's
beside the trolls?
it's in a tube.
It's still in the tube.
Well, it was on the wall, but now it's back in the tube.
That does sound valuable.
Yeah, and I have John Candy's autograph, but I don't think anybody would.
People would buy that.
People love John
They should buy
Candy.
that.
We met his son.
Yeah, that's right. He came in and performed at Second City.
Oh, that's cool.
Did he sign anything?
Yeah, he did.
And I was like, I met your dad when I was 6, and he was like, oh, like I scared him, I think.
Get out of my bathroom.
yeah.
Yeah, this guy. You own anything of value? That does like,
No,
right?
nothing of value. I
You're a
don't think.
trash man.
I don't know. I'm trying to think. Nothing cool like that.
Do you have your childhood stuff? Like, do your parents keep your?
I have a lot of Beanie Babies.
Well, that's something.
Like I had like hundreds of Beanie Babies.
Oh well, you buried the lead. The trolls. I went down with the trolls. yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't like you know how some
Fall
people.
apart. Yeah.
I'm like, what a loser.
Yeah. Boobs.
Because people would put that little class thing over the TY.
yeah.
I didn't. I played the shit out of these things. Like these are not good.
What, you
condition.
can play with Beanie Babies?
You can play with. You're learning a lot about child.
What, like, what do you do with them though?
I'd make them talk and stuff.
Oh, you
like
just-
a little stuffed
like
animal.
dolls,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many did you have?
Did you grow up? You can
hundreds.
make anything a toy. I played with
did, but
sticks in the dirt.
1930s, yeah, we played with sticks and marbles.
Yeah.
And,
We don't
and
have,
it's dirt.
Was it crazy when baseball replaced stickball?
it was a wild time for us. What a better idea! Use a bigger stick. A couple sticks tied together. How many Beanie Babies did you have?
Hundreds.
100.
Like
That's a lot.
each one that would come out, you would get.
I had a lot, yeah, and I had a lot of no-name Beanie Babies too, but I kept them in a separate.
Collections you had as a kid are like actually reflections of your parents. Because
Yeah.
like they have to okay these purchases. It's not like you have a generating income. So you're like, I want this Beanie Baby. And they're like, yeah, one more seems appropriate for this 100
Yeah,
before.
yeah. So you must have been on her case for these Beanie Babies.
Yeah, I was.
You were like, I need another, and you were.
I was like-
with the trolls. You were like, Mama, I need the one with boobs.
And my parents, like, they both worked so much that I was like, I need the next troll, and they're like, yeah, whatever.
I think they worked so much to afford these trolls.
That's the whole thing.
I need you to pick up another shift. Dad at the mill.
Yo.
Mom's driving a cab at night. We're doing 6 more
To
trolls.
support my brother's reading.
Yeah, he needs bigger bucks.
It's my troll addiction. Yeah.
But Beanie Babies can be valuable, I believe.
They can, yeah, but
I-
I blew it just because I would make them do air bands. I would play the Baja
Oh,
Man.
so they were worth money at a time. So
Oh,
what's
I'm
that?
sure. If I,
What were you saying there?
I would, the only CD I owned was the Baja Man Who Let the Dogs Out,
Nice.
and I had this little.
Who?
The Baja Man Who Let the Dogs Out.
Who?
The Baja Man Who Let the Dogs Out. The greatest band of the 1990s.
Who?
Oh,
That's what I was doing. Yeah, she got it. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Oh, I thought we all got it, and you were.
Yeah, I got it. I got it too.
He gets
Yeah.
Yeah, the Beanie Baby guy got it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I figured that if I was referencing the most famous
No, I don't know
song
that
from the
song by
band
now.
that
They've got a great discography.
I know their first album really well.
Yeah.
Who Let the Dogs Out? Never heard of it.
That's the first album that you bought.
Yeah, my
Baja
brother.
Man?
My grandmother took us to the HMV.
Right.
We were allowed to pick out one album each.
Yep.
My brother picked Blink 182, Take Off Her Pants and Jacket.
Great.
I still remember this. It was like $19.
Yeah.
My Baha Men CD that I picked up was like $40.
Oh wow.
Because I guess they figured they were only going to sell half the amount of every other band of the
That's
time.
expensive.
Okay.
It was a lot of money.
And it was their only song, so they were like, "We know we're going
Right.
down. We better."
Their only
charge."
hit.
Their only
Oh, they
hit,
had
sorry.
12 songs.
I feel like them and Lou Bega are probably living together. So
Living together?
Vega.
They've got-
Mambo number 5, right?
Did he write 4 other Mambos that just went nowhere?
He's like Edison trying to figure out 99 ways to make the... There's got to be a way.
Chelsea, what was your first CD that you bought?
I bought. Well, I had a cool babysitter that would like give me all her old.
Just smoking the whole time?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that I purchased with my own babysitting money. I bought Fuji's,
Whoa.
but I didn't.
Score.
I just did that because I thought that was cool.
You didn't actually
You
like
didn't
them.
like the
I think I
Fugees.
went in for Aqua, and then I was,
That's funny.
and then like,
Intimidated by the HMV guy with the
Yes.
tattoos and the ear piercings.
and the ponytail, and he was like,
Yeah,
"This
oh.
is."
Yeah, you, this blonde-haired white woman, was like,
Yeah.
I'm here for
9
You
years
must be here
old.
for the Fugees, right?
Like you with that pony on her sweatshirt.
You're going to love this.
Jeez, I'm like,
Do you have any
"This
Leonard Cohen?
Yeah. Yeah. So
What about you, Yemi? Was the radio invented at this point?
It was at this point, but yeah, we had tapes.
like-
We had tapes at that time.
Morse code.
Yeah, no, but the first CD that I bought was the Wu-Tang.
Oh, yeah.
36 Chambers. Yeah.
That's a cool thing to say.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
mom was very upset because
sure.
there was a lot of swearing in it.
Yeah.
It turns out.
It turns out.
It turns out.
But- we are from the like when a song played on the radio, you would like put a tape and try to like.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
bootleg it.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
bootleg it hard. You can play it on the radio, then you record it and you bring the thing up
Yes.
close to it, like phonograph, like a wax recording, and then you get the
Yeah, you-
and then you listen back to it in the metal
On the big
cone.
thing.
It's like, oh yes, there they are, Perry Combe.
I was so pissed. I had the Space Jam VHS.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And I remember it was like a babysitter situation. The daughter of the babysitter, we'd go hang out with me and my brother. We'd stay at her house, and my mom was, I guess, paying this person. They asked if they could borrow our Space Jam one weekend, and this was my most prized possession. And then when I came next week, they had recorded it. Like, they used it.
What?
You know that you could record on VHS?
Yeah, yeah.
And I was so mad, because then she was like, I own it too now. And she's like, I'm going to play my own Space. And I was like so mad. It felt like I'd been betrayed
Yeah.
by bootlegging my Space Jam.
Whoa,
I was trying to gatekeep Space Jam.
yeah, you're one of those now. You're the
was.
upper crest now of you're the 1%er, and you're like, sorry, yeah,
That's not the cover.
we're not here to share.
That's
Wait,
just
they-
your dad's handwriting.
That's right.
Wait, did you're saying they copied your thing into a new
You could
VHS,
buy like
or did you say that?
blank VHSs.
Oh, I thought they recorded over your copy of Space Jam.
No.
You're just mad that they
That you
also
killed
got
it.
They
Space Jam.
cloned it.
Right.
And I was like, you didn't buy that.
He's the Lars
Right.
Ulrich of the time there. He's
Yeah.
Napster.
Yeah.
You don't want anybody to have what you have.
I
for
didn't
free.
want anyone to
'Cause
have
you
it,
paid,
no.
you invested. You didn't
I
pay
got
any
it
of
as
your
a
own
gift.
money.
Yeah.
There was the gate, like at my high school, there was the gatekeeper of burning CDs.
Right.
I think I told Scott this before. And there was there was one guy.
How old do you guys know each other?
Listen, we work together, and we sometimes drink after.
At the Troll Factory.
Yeah, the troll factory. Yeah, and he was the only guy who had like the system that could burn a CD, so he could. Everybody would go to his house and like give him favors, and
Give him favors.
well, if you were a girl, you had to kiss him.
What?
I know. His name was Nigel.
Fuck, no.
Bring him out, Nigel!
Nigel Lucas.
Oh my God. How old were you guys?
We were like 15.
Yeah, this is.
So that was his scam, right?
Right.
He'd make he's the guy that could burn CDs, and
Yeah.
from the women he would be like, you got to kiss.
Hey, at least he's open about it.
Yeah.
Nigel Weinstein.
It's not like
Lucas. Nigel Lucas.
it's not like he was like, come over, I'll make you a CD, and then you're like, okay, and then he's like, but if you want it, yeah, you have to
Yeah.
kiss me. It's
And
like
it was like
the
like,
price was known.
There would be like a line, and he'd be like, "Here's your CD," and be like,
on the lips?
"Oh yeah."
What did you trade for this kiss, or for this burn CD?
So I gave a kiss to get the CD.
What CD?
Oh, it was a mix. You could make your own. So like I would like, except for no Dr. Dre because
What?
He was very
He
religious.
was
no because,
His dad was a physician, and he was like, he's not a real doctor.
no because Napster, when you downloaded songs, like it would shut down if you asked for Metallica or Dr. Dre because of the music rights.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a whole thing.
Okay.
So he'd be like, no Dr. Dre and Metallica. I'll burn any songs you want. The guys would have to give him a beer.
A beer.
Yeah, one can. And then the girls, and like his mom was like there.
Watching?
She would be like, what are you kids doing? And then I'd be like, hi, Mrs. Lucas. Like, Mrs. Lucas.
You enabled this, Mrs. Lucas.
I'm here for the CD. Yeah. And then
she would hand you lipstick?
it was just like
This
a
is
thing.
insane.
I know.
Did you come to the front door and then?
Yep.
How long was this exchange? Where he's like, hello and kiss and the CD. Let me see the CD first.
Yeah. I'd be like, let me see the jacket. Because like he would
he'd
write
write it
it.
down.
He would write all the songs in.
Oh, by hand?
Yeah.
When you said he was trading favors, I thought there was no world where it was actually what producers have been trading favors for forever. Oh my God.
I know. And like so I like made
How
a
do you
CD
feel
for
about
my-
that
yeah.
experience? Like looking back on it now, do you have like a terrible memory of this? Like,
No, I didn't care.
Oh, you got your mixtape.
Yeah, and it was yeah, like it was creepy at the time, but like, you know, it was the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Right.
Aqua was on the radio.
Yeah, like
It's a different time.
if you want Usher on a CD, this is what you have.
is
And a
the
teenager's
route.
probably happy to get a smooch.
Like
Right.
it was just not, and like he was a big nerdy fella, and he just I think he's successful now. Who cares? But yeah,
We look him up. He's clearly in prison. He's been in
Yeah.
prison since he was 18 years old.
That was just like, yeah.
Wow.
And like I would like if you wanted to give a CD as like a gift, you still had to like do the kiss or the beer.
So if you're like, this is for my brother.
My brother's not gonna come kiss you.
Yeah.
It's a surprise.
And he can't. Yeah, that was the thing.
Wow.
That took a turn.
Yeah, it did. Catholic school.
Is that the rate on Marketplace?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever offered you anything other than money?
I tried to sell shoes, and shoes is the worst thing to sell on Marketplace because the only people who message you are people who have foot fetishes.
Or the same size feet as you.
No.
Oh,
Nobody's hunting on shoes to wear. Like, it's like, it's the, I didn't think about this, but like, some guy messaged me. I blocked him and deleted the message because it was just so ridiculous, but I wish I could read it to you.
It's from Nigel.
I was going to say
Yeah.
at Nigel Lucas.
But the guy was just like, hey, like, have you ever, like, worn these without socks and sweated in them? And I thought that was just like, how shitty are these
Good
shoes?
Yeah.
condition
smell.
shoes.
And I was like, I mean, they're 10 years old. They smell like my closet. I really don't know.
Oh my God, you're
what,
selling everything. This is the worst.
right? And I was like, yeah, like probably at some point, but they're like really old. I don't know. So no comment. I don't know. And then their response was like, yeah, that's okay. Old shoes or whatever. Like sweaty shoes though, you know, kind of hot though. And I was like,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's like,
And
say, can you send me a picture of the feet that were in these shoes?
Yeah.
I feel like that was the next comment. Yeah.
Right.
And I think I blew past the like kind of hot though, as like your feet get hot and sweaty, like.
Wow.
But then on rereading it later, I was like, oh, that was him flirting with my for my shoes or whatever.
What did he offer for them?
Yeah.
Like, let's say
I
somebody
did
was
not.
willing
I
to
did
sell
not
you.
get to that.
He wanted to know the value of it. He was
Yeah.
trying to find the value of the goods.
Yeah.
These are fully for sale for anybody if they want. And I have sweated them a lot.
Well, that's probably the worst thing you could sell on Facebook Marketplace. Yeah, your 10-year-old shoes
Yeah.
that you possibly wore.
How much were you
barefoot.
trying to
Up
get for
fucking
them?
Converse. Well, I started at like $15-20 a shoe.
Oh my God.
A shoe?
A
So
shoe?
left
A
and
shoe,
right?
left and right. Yeah. No.
that's
But like, I don't know the value of these things, and they're probably whatever. So I just list them at like $20, and nobody gets them, and then you just lower the price until they're $0, and then you throw them away, right? Because if nobody wants them, nobody wants them.
You
Right?
still sell them for like $2 if someone drove to your house?
I mean, like, it's easier to just like message with somebody and then have them come out, and then you can just like give them a bag of shoes or something. Like, it's not a big deal. So I sold like 4 pairs of shoes to one guy for like $5.
That guy jerked off in those shoes.
Oh yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah.
And I didn't do the handover. My
With the
girlfriend
shoe.
did. I didn't do the handover. My girlfriend did, and she said this guy was fucking crazy. Like you know those people who are like rock stars in their 20s and then don't change that outfit, and then they're in their 80s, and you're like,
80s?
what's going on? Well, like, or 60s or whatever. Like what's going on? Like, how are you still in a leather jacket, long hair?
Facebook Marketplace.
That's this guy.
He's just buying all the clothes from 15, 20 years
Yeah.
ago.
Trying to look cool. At my gym, there's a guy who's probably in his like late 50s, early 60s, and when I saw him working out there, and everybody else at this gym, it's kind of a gym where people dress up to go to. Like it's like people are trying to look hot
Full
there.
suit, yeah.
And I saw him there,
Tuxedo.
and I was like, oh, this is so cool that this dude is here, full suit. You're in your 3-piece tux. But like, and it was interesting because like, cool, he picked this gym. I wonder if he knows this is like this kind of weird gym, that this is not a normal gym. But then over the last weeks, I've seen him now. He dresses now in like tight tights and like Air Jordans and like a visor. I'm like, oh,
That's
it went
his-
the other way.
That's or that is him dressing up.
Yeah, no, I think it is.
Yeah.
He's now trying to look young and cool. Versus before, I was like,
Yeah.
good for him for just coming here and not caring what anybody thinks. It's like,
Yeah.
oh no, it's exact opposite.
Right.
He's trying to like,
only here for the views.
yeah.
I usually go to the gym to make social media content.
Yeah.
It's about 7 minutes that I'm in there.
Hey guys.
Yeah. And then I'm out.
Are you filming yourself at the gym yet?
Yet. Don't put yet.
You're that type of guy.
No, I'm not that type of guy.
I want to be that type.
No, I do not want to be that type of guy.
Ah, he's lying to
Of
everybody.
of you of you working out,
Yeah.
like in the mirror.
Giving people advice on his
Oh.
workouts. He's like, today we hit chest today and tries. There's a push pull day.
Do I sound like that? Because I think I sound like an idiot.
Okay,
cool.
So sorry. We were doing
Oh,
biceps
no.
today. And
That's what I thought.
in your little tiny string tank top after
No.
you get the pump.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm not doing that. But I have stepped in the way of people doing that. Like you don't realize there's cameras everywhere
Right.
on the floor.
Oh,
That's not your fault. This
like they're
isn't a
filming
place.
their form.
Yeah, their form exactly.
If you want to be a gym influencer, you got to get a private gym. You got to build
Yeah.
something else. If you're just doing this
Are you-
at a public
Yeah, are you
space,
trying to avoid people? Like, are you trying to avoid their cameras?
Yeah, I don't want to be in the background of somebody's thing.
no.
Some people sweat, not me.
Yeah. And they sweat in those shoes and then they sell those
Yeah.
shoes for a pretty penny.
I don't like those. Like, do you go to a big gym where there's trainers being like, "You're doing that wrong"? Like,
Yeah.
oh, I fucking hate that.
Yeah.
Do
They
the
don't-
trainers just come up to you, or you have to pay
No,
them to do that?
they don't come up to me
Right.
Oh,
Because you're
I
perfect.
get
because I'm too busy. They don't want to be in the background of my videos.
Probably because I'm like, "What's this?" Like, and like they come up to me. I'm always.
It's a
getting-
troll doll though.
Yeah.
You're like,
Like,
is this
isn't
equipment from
heavy."
here?
Yeah.
Did I bring this?
Yeah. I'm always getting like,
Right.
No.
Well, it's a lot of money. Like they make like $70 an hour. They're told to go like solicit.
I know, but you could see them, and I try to them like hunting, and I
Yeah.
try to dodge them, and then they make eye contact, and I'm so polite that I'm like, "Hello," I'm like, what?
It's
did I-"
clearly you. You're handing them your credit card.
Yeah, I'm being like,
Yeah. I'm just being polite.
I can't stop. But yeah. What is your gym? Are you allowed to say?
Yeah, I can say it's Altea in Toronto. Use promo code Ian. No. It's all right. It's the closest one to my house. I had a bet with Scott though. I wanted for 30 days him to pretend he was a gym influencer. Yeah. And to take shirtless pics and post them, and like he wasn't allowed to tell anyone it was a joke though. And he had to. And then he took one photo and then gave up on the challenge.
It was not fun. It was not fun. It wasn't funny.
It was kind of funny.
Well, it was funny because it was funny for that day, and I think we were a bit day drunk.
Yeah, we were definitely-
And then I realized I was never going to be able to keep this up, and I also wanted to keep my integrity.
What was even on the table? I don't remember.
What was on the table?
Yeah, like the prize couldn't have been that good.
No. I think I was saying that I could do it, and how funny it would be.
Oh,
to
because
be
we thought if you blew up from it,
Yeah.
you would just have to live that life now.
Yeah,
And
and
then
just become an influence in there.
Right.
And,
But
Yeah.
would you not talk? Like it was just pictures and being like
Yeah.
doing it, like big
Yeah.
slogans.
rise and grind.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He took one shirtless one in front of like a brick wall and sunglasses, sent it to me, and was like, "Yeah, well, I'm not doing this anymore."
But I feel like your
Trying-
DMs would be a little wild, and you'd be like, "It's worth it."
Even if you're an attractive person, trying to sell yourself as an attractive person online really makes you focus on your flaws, and I really hate that. We did the ALS icebox challenge like when it first came
Ice
out.
bath,
Icebox.
Ice bucket.
ice box
bucket.
challenge.
Ice-
You did a different challenge.
Smoke yourself in the head with an ice. Yeah.
You tie yourself to a concrete block, you jump in the water. And I just did it with a couple friends of mine, and we just saw ourselves afterwards because we'd like worn like form-fitting clothing and like bathing suit or whatever, And the idea was that it was going to be like sexy or stupid or whatever. And then everyone afterwards just had body image issues. We all went on diets. We're like, we can't put this out there.
Did it raise money? Like, I know the idea was, but I think most people were just pouring it on their head. I guess raising awareness.
Right.
And then
yeah.
you like,
right.
Yeah.
Did the ice generate money?
Did we cure ALS in this
Yeah.
way? Or did we just do an embarrassing video?
I really got into watching the fails of them all, where like people would lift them up and like fall, and like it's bad. Like there's somebody really hurt themselves doing this ice bucket challenge.
Right.
They developed ALS later from complications.
I'm not sure that they get that's.
I don't think it
that's,
connects that
that's
way.
science for sure.
Yeah.
Wait, is it supposed to be like you dump it on yourself, or
I don't.
I did it and like someone just chucked eggs at my face?
Yeah, well, they would have
Chuck
other
eggs at your face.
Ice. Like water, and I was like,
We're doing the ALS.
You didn't know
ice
you were
bucket
doing it?
challenge.
I did, but I didn't. I think
You forgot when and where they
So
just
she was
surprised
walking
you.
by off a building and someone threw ice off the roof.
ALS.
Oh my god.
No, I didn't. I don't think I knew that you were supposed to like dump it on yourself.
I think it's either
yeah.
or. I think
Either.
it's the challenge is just getting hit with the ice.
With cold water.
Yeah.
It didn't go on my head. It just hit me real hard in the face.
Yeah, that's the thing. You watch those. You have like two people lifting up these ice buckets to lift them up, but water's super heavy with ice in it, and so they'd be lifting them up. They're all getting it up, and then they start slipping and be knocking people out with the ice buckets. And anyways, we had a couple laughs at those.
Need the
Yeah.
people with ALS a chuckle at least.
Yeah.
Right.
That was the goal.
Do you remember in Movember? Because mustaches are really popular now
Yeah.
because
Right.
of Top Gun. I think people don't realize that, but I don't think it's a coincidence that movie came out like last summer, and now every third guy I see has a mustache. And the mullet too. I think Theo Vaughn kind of has brought that to. These are my theories on men's fashion right now.
Yep.
Right.
But it used to be a joke. The Movember, like you grew the mustache in November to raise money for cancer, for prostate cancer. And the founders said they did it because mustaches look ridiculous. That it's
Right.
a joke.
Right.
But now, I mean, that movement's got to be
Right. We need to change it up to be like grow like lamb chops or something.
right.
It
Yeah.
needs to be something ugly and dumb.
Because if mustaches and mullets are cool,
Right.
Or like a unibrow or something.
yeah, that's commitment.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what it should be.
Yeah.
Universally, not a great look.
Yeah. Yeah, because and then when people were just keeping the mustache,
Yeah.
and then it used to be like people would ask them like, "Oh, keeping your Movember mustache?"
Exactly.
It's like,
Right.
no, this is my thing now.
Yeah. I like this. The-
Would it be Mon-November for straight unibrow?
yeah.
Yeah.
What are we raising money for with this thing?
Just having a nice time.
Just for Carson's marketplace business?
Guys, I need a down payment on the house. I'm really looking forward to this November.
Because half the people who would grow the thing would not even like, same thing with the ice bucket challenge. They wouldn't be raising the money. Like
They're just doing a fun thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
just saying I'm doing it right now.
Well, I feel like that's the awareness part of it. They're just trying to spread the word. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but it's also like, where does it go
Throw a
from there?
little cash their way.
Yeah. Do you guys did the Terry Fox run when you were kids?
Yeah.
Across Canada? No, that's too far.
One leg, that's a lot.
You're supposed to like go around and get people to pledge and whatever, right? Like that I see the direct correlation there. Like I'll do this random thing for a while.
And the jump rope for heart.
Jump rope,
Yeah.
heart, yeah.
That was fun.
That was
The 48-hour famine was the one that they did in high school. So
Interesting, yeah.
you'd raise money and then you wouldn't eat for 2 days.
what?
Yeah.
That's some public school shit.
That's
Never fly.
No.
Isn't fasting a big part of Catholicism?
Only on certain days.
Oh.
Which days are those?
Probably Easter. I don't remember.
Lent, maybe?
Yeah, Lent.
Yeah.
Wait, so you would 2 days?
2 days. Yeah.
Did you
yeah.
do it?
I did it. Yeah. Yeah. I was
Was it hard?
It wasn't hard for me. A lot of people had a lot of trouble with it. I
Right.
was experienced with not eating at the time. And
I grew up in a very
know.
poor
there-
house.
I don't know if I'm from the 1930s. It's from the Depression era. We had rations and
The
a couple of
dirty
days of not eating. What is that? That's Christmas.
That's
Right.
Christmas.
The 48-hour you would raise money and then you would not eat, but then people would be cheating as well. And you see people snacking a little bit, and you're like, no, you're not really doing it. But like, first of all, you're in like a stage of puberty where like you need the calories to grow and whatnot. So you're just restricting yourself to.
Would you rat them out?
No, why would I rat them
Were
out?
you a snitch as a kid? Oh, I was a snitch. Were you guys snitches?
No.
No.
Oh, I was.
Who did you rat out? Who did
Everybody, every chance I got.
Oh,
that was
not
the
just,
worst.
Like siblings, like at school.
Like I just had that gene as a kid.
Right.
I grew out of it.
Right.
If you guys,
That's how genes work. You grow out of them.
you grow out.
Yeah.
But I just knew I was like a goody good. Like I couldn't. If someone was like,
I'm predisposed to heart disease, but yeah, I grew out of it.
I grew out of it. I'm not gonna die that way, even though all my grandparents died from it.
So you would tell the teacher.
Yeah, what's the worst
I wouldn't tell.
example?
Yeah, the worst example, the one I've regretted
Yeah.
the most.
Yeah.
These kids, but I feel like I was never like I was on the right side of humanity.
Yeah, that's what.
Of
That's what.
justice.
Yeah.
But the wrong
Yeah.
side of being a cool older brother.
Right. That's what
My
every
brother's
snitch
friends,
says.
we lived on a hill, were throwing rocks from the balcony onto the highway, and they smashed someone's windshield.
That's dangerous.
And the car came up, and they're like, "Did you guys do this?" And I was like, "They're upstairs."
Oh.
That's
And,
some small town shit right there.
Yeah, and I felt bad, like, in hindsight, years later. But at the same time,
They gotta pay.
they weren't being cool. It wasn't cool.
Yeah. Okay.
They could've
That's the one you
related
feel the
someone.
worst about. That's like being like, yeah, I saw this guy get stabbed, and then I told the cops.
Yeah,
I
no,
feel
I'm not-
bad about that. Like,
Yeah. But I don't know.
You
Just
did
think
sounds like a
brother
full-on
into the-
crime.
I probably would have ratted in that situation if I was starving, hadn't eaten in 48 hours, and I see Carson having a little snack, and the whole class is supposed to be doing it. I'd probably be like, I'd at least tell my friends that
Yeah.
Carson's a fucking.
Carson's a dick.
Cheater.
Yeah. But you tell your friends that about me all the time.
I'm always like,
Wait.
Yeah,
who
you're just
came-
crying.
sell me
wolf.
his shoes online.
Who came to the house? The people from the car.
Yeah.
So you just let strangers go.
No, they like knocked on the door. They're like, and I think it was a self-preservation. I think I was worried they thought it was me.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, how would they know? They're throwing rocks from and then found your house.
Yeah,
They
because
just-
their house is on the hill.
Right, and they went to all of them and were
Maybe.
knocking on the door.
Just we needed a snitch to open the door.
Yeah, which
Some holes in this story here, Carson. Get them.
You think I was the one who did it?
Well, I'm just saying it's pretty unlikely that they got hit by this rock, decided to figure out where the house was, and went to the only house.
It's a small town. There's like
How
6
small?
houses up there.
Okay.
so they were like, it's
It wouldn't be hard to
186.
find.
Let's go into the math here. What's the distance between the house and the car?
It's
gonna
the
do it-
one-
and we had a bunch of piles of rocks outside our house.
I was just
So
gonna
we-
say it's the one with the rock.
All the rocks
We
and
were-
broken windows.
We were a big prank call house. Like we had cops and like come to our house and
You did? Cops from that?
oh yeah,
What?
all the way to like university. I was
Can you prank call me?
yeah.
What's the best one you ever did? Or any
we-
you're proud of?
Yeah, it would usually start with like,
I think can we do a little improv? I just want to feel that like
but
that
it
whole
has to
thing.
be okay. So we would like look up in the phone book,
Right.
Like like someone whose last name was like Wolf,
Okay.
or like Crow or something, and I would be like, Mr.
Did you go to
Wolf.
school with Game of Thrones?
Joffrey.
or Flowers? And I'd be like, I'd like to order, and they'd be like, yeah, okay, fine. My last name is Flowers. And I'd be like, that's really convenient. I'd like to order.
You don't let them get away with it?
No, or I'd be like, is this Mr. Crow? I can't believe I'm talking to a real crow.
And he's like,
let me talk to you
please,
in
my
your
wife just died. Enough.
like, let me talk to you in your native tongue, like, and then they'd be like, okay, I get it, and then we'd do it again like the next week.
Oh.
Same people.
There was also a guy that we found in the phone book named Mr. Cheeseman, and like we would drive to his house and
You
just
were
chuck baby bells at the door.
You found it? You looked up his address?
well, that's not.
and he'd be like, okay, yeah, I get it. Like, hold up the cheese.
Honestly, that's pretty fun.
Him saying I get it means it's happened 1,000
And
times.
he would still be
Every
like,
week people
yeah,
are-
I get I'm Cheeseman, and we just drive away like.
Oh, just full tears. Yeah, I'm Cheeseman. Sure.
It got so lazy and we
Goddamn
would just like
kids.
be like, we would just be in the car. Like I could drive and I was still doing this, but yeah, like
You did this on the way here.
yes, we swung by Mr. Cheeseman's. But yeah,
He now relies on that. That's part of his grocery list every year.
Wow, I should change my last name to like
Charcuterie
protein
board.
powder, Mr. Protein Powder subscription here.
Yeah, cheese is expensive. You just stole that from the family kitchen. That's why your parents had to work so late.
yeah,
Yes.
true.
Yes, $12 for brie.
A baby bell is a really good weapon for
Yeah.
cheese. If you had to make a
It would
cheese.
make a sound, but like, yeah, it used to be like we would give
Would
him
you
a
unwrap
holiday
them?
card and we'd like draw cheese like doing something.
It's always the same guy.
This guy's really getting it. You should apologize to this Mr. Cheese.
Yeah.
But like, really, like. It's just telling him his last name.
Yeah, he doesn't know.
He knows his name. Like, it was not insulting. It was just reminding.
Would you unwrap the baby bells before you threw them so it was just straight cheese, or would they be?
No, they are still wrapped.
They were still fully wrapped, so he could have them.
He would always be like, "What was that?" Oh, okay. He was always
Like he comes out, he's like, "Oh, did a bird hit the window?" And he's like, "Oh, it's a cheese."
One time we didn't have one, and we just like cut a piece of marble, and we're like, and just like chucked it up.
Marble?
Marble.
Oh, marble cheese. Yeah.
I thought you meant like a piece of marble from the kitchen countertop.
How many times were you going over to this guy's house a week?
Probably like once a month for
Once
a while.
Yeah.
12 times a year.
Yeah, and yeah, we were bored in that
He didn't
town.
even need to go for groceries. He was just.
My dad's like, "Where's my lunch cheese?" Yeah, but yeah, I was a big.
Did you ever record the prank calls?
No, it was a lot of like we were like 15 and drunk, or 25 and drunk.
But then they found you because
Yeah.
you said the cops came to your place.
Because a couple times we just got lazy and we wouldn't do the like.
Star 16.
Yeah.
What was it?
They
Star
follow
16?
the trail of cheese whiz.
You call and you, but okay, Chelsea Larkin, give me a prank,
Or we would call
647.
teachers too, which was like mean
Right.
teachers, and I'd be like, "You should be nice to your students," and like hang up. I was bad.
Wow.
Wow. Did that ever change anything?
No.
Right.
Did you ever call Nigel? What you did is not
should.
okay. You should. I mean, you
should've.
called him out on this show.
No, he won't see it. Well, we'll find a way. No, we do. I wouldn't do it to other kids in the school, but it also was like,
You had a moral code for your pranks.
yeah, it would be like, people get together, like, you're in high school, and it would be like, Chelsea like is gonna make the prank calls, and I'd be like, that's all I am. So it was like,
This is.
I must be liked. I must do it.
I gotta get out of being the troll girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good pivot into the prankster.
The prankster, but then a couple times I was like, I don't want to call Mrs. Brown again. Like,
Right, you feel guilty.
yeah, Mrs. Brown, if you're listening to this, I'm really sorry.
And what did you do to Mrs. Brown? Because Cheeseman.
She was our sewing teacher.
Oh, okay.
And I would just call her and ask for pins and thread,
Right.
and she'd be like, "What? I don't have any." And I'd be like, but I would just pretend to be a woman that I'd be like, "You met me last year.
Oh.
I'm calling about the pins," and she'd be like, "You called last Friday. I don't have any pins." And I'd be like, "Let's talk about the thread."
She's
And
worried she has dementia now. You're like
Yes.
psychologically damaging
It
her.
was not. It wasn't like
these-
typical prank calls. They were creative.
Yeah, you're looking to buy some threads and some needles from
Yes.
Mrs. Brown.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever do any prank calls?
It was. I thought boys were.
I did them.
As an Aries, yeah, I don't do
What did you do? Just
I would call porn shops
oh.
and like ask for ridiculous products, or like or I guess sex shops.
Yes.
Yeah, just like things like that. But they're never good, or taxidermy places.
Hit us with one. What would you ask for?
I really don't think I would like make a sex shop be like confused or like scared by it. It's like, I'm looking for something that can go in your ass. They'd be like,
Yep.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, they were always.
Do you want it
really
to
cool
vibrate
about it.
or not? Or
I always said that I bought this thing. I thought it was really funny as a 13-year-old.
Right.
I bought this thing called the Paralyzer, and it wasn't strong enough. And so I'd call them and essentially complain about the Paralyzer. As my friends giggle in the background with our high little voices. Yeah, that was it, really.
But you feel like you're being like mischievous.
You feel like you're so clever.
Yeah.
You're getting away with it.
We used Skype too. We used Skype and paid for it to get the like
Wow.
random number back then.
interesting.
I did do some pranks I'm proud of though.
Okay.
I in university, I listed a place for rent in a really nice building and gave my friend's phone number and said, "Hey, I work with Doctors Without Borders, and I'm being shipped out to Africa in 2 days, and I need to lease this beautiful apartment. I'm willing to lease it for like $1,500, and it's probably worth like $6,000." And I said, because I'm in surgery often, I don't check my voicemail, and I work at night. So I'm up all night, all day. So just keep calling. If I don't answer the phone, just keep calling. And I'll get to it when I'm out of surgery. And he got like 150 calls.
Oh my god.
And it was amazing watching his morning throughout the day. By the end of the night, too, he looked like a POW. He was just like so
Confused.
stressed. He was worried he was going to have to change his number.
And he was probably confused as hell.
And he was so confused, but he also thought it was his old friends, and he was almost bragging. He's like, "This is such a thing my old friends would do. Oh, they got me. This is what we used to do." And we all knew that it was me. And
Oh my god.
then like a few weeks later, I did a similar thing with a free TV and just used his number again.
Oh my god.
Just there.
Yeah, no, never had any good pranks. I wasn't a prankster. It's unfortunate. I feel like there's a certain type of person that does pranks, like Ashton Kutcher for one, made a whole career on pranking people.
You got to be bored, a little bit bored to be turned to prank.
Yeah.
You keep that.
Was that a prank?
Yeah, that's my prank.
Yo,
That's a prank on everyone listening while
you
running.
Here's a real small prank. I really enjoyed this. You ever play Settlers of Catan?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you gotta Settlers of Catan. You know
It's
it?
like Cracker Jacks.
Oh, okay, all right.
It's like
It's
it's
like
a board
dirt
game.
mix.
You gotta like pay. You gotta do some stuff to get some resources and use those resources to
All
do some
right,
stuff.
I understand.
Okay,
resources.
Risk.
Right.
a little.
So there's resources. Are sheep, wool, trolls, the bricks, and something else, whatever. So there's like 4 different types of resources, and you can trade them with other people at like a ratio of 1 to 2, 1 to 1, whatever. Like you might need a brick and you have a wheat, so you like, oh, I'll trade you brick for wheat. Some people don't like trading. They think it's unfair, whatever. So you bargain them up. You're like, okay, I'll give you a wheat, but you got to give me 2 brick or 3 brick. And they're like, oh, okay, I don't know, whatever. Right? So you talk to them, be like, I need like a wheat, and like, what do you have? It's like, I don't know. Like, do you have a brick? Ugh, I don't know, maybe. Come on, I need that. But you really need it? Okay, I don't know, 2. And then you go on and it's like, okay, all right, I'll do 1 for 1, but it's got it. All right, let's do it. And then you just hand them whatever resource that they gave you back. So you just wasted
just
their
rip 'em
time.
off.
No, there'd just be nothing. It'd just be no difference. You just like, you're giving me a wheat and I give you back a wheat. Like, it's like we just.
And this is in
changed cards.
person?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The point of this is just to mess with somebody for no reason other than to waste their time.
So that's not.
During Settlers of Catan.
During Settlers
During
of
this
Catan.
game.
That's a prank
I
because
don't know if that's a prank.
that's a prank because nothing happens. All you did was mess with somebody.
Yes. All the negotiation for nothing.
For nothing. There was never anything on the table. You were just messing with somebody.
But you have to have a straight face.
Yeah.
Like if I was doing these pranks in person, I'd be like, "There's something there." Like I would.
Or you couldn't get away lying to their
No.
face.
I'm pure phone behind the scenes.
Right.
In person, I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry,
Mr. Cheeseman, please.
yeah, Mr. Cheeseman, please. We're just telling you your last name." Yeah. Younger Chelsea was confident, badass, throwing cheese at doors.
Breaking windows with cheese brick marbles.
Yeah.
How fast do you think you have to throw cheese to break a window?
I know who would know.
We would stop, and then like I would get out and just be like,
It wasn't even drive by.
"No, we tried, but it wouldn't make it." We'd be like, "It's gotta hit his door."
Gotta get back.
Yeah, he won't come out. And then we would just pull up a little bit.
He won't come out because he sees the car that stops.
Go into his driveway,
And this was,
walk
like,
into his garden.
On our lunch break at like in high school, the one person that had their license, and I'd be like, "I got the cheese."
No.
Was Mr. Cheeseman not married? Like his wife never came out or his kids never came out? This just poor man that lived alone and just had baby bells chucked at his house. every
At
once a
home
month?
in the middle of the day too, back in like 2000. What's going on with this guy?
no
He's
job.
unemployed, unhappy. You guys
He
are
had a nice car. He had a really nice house.
Oh, he had a good life then.
retired.
We don't feel
Okay.
so bad for him.
Yeah, and he had, there was a bike, a bicycle. He's active.
I'm sure when he passes, there's going to be a ton of valuable stuff in Mr. Cheeseman's house.
Yeah.
A lot of baby bells, maybe an encased Wayne Gretzky card, and for sure a Pokemon.
And he was like in his 50s, and yeah, I think he's probably dead.
Wow, he would only be 70 now.
Oh, he's definitely dead.
No,
She knows he's dead because she threw cheese at his head one day. And it was like the ALS challenge. He
I
didn't
just
get
put
up.
cheese on his coffin. Like, no, I feel bad. But Cheeseman's a good last name.
No, it's not. Clearly not.
Yeah, but yeah. But it wasn't like, I wasn't insulting him. I was just reminding him.
His last name is Fisher.
That's
Did
true.
you ever have fish chucked at your door?
Not yet.
Or a call, been like, "Hey, can I have a fish?"
I'd be like, no.
Oh,
No,
you got some bass?
no, I never got calls like that. And I hope not to.
Well,
Well,
And you
what's
guys
your
all
phone
have my
number?
number.
Scott's first prank is gonna be
here we go. It's not going to be me, though. Don't
Yeah.
worry about it.
I'm gonna post your number on Facebook Marketplace saying, I have a lot of fish.
No,
Please
don't do
call.
this.
I need
Don't
to
do
get
these
rid
pranks.
of these fish.
And
His
change
number,
it.
which is 647.
That's our show, everybody. Chelsea Larkin, Carson Gale, Scott Yamamura. Don't subscribe, or else.
Do go to Carson's Facebook Marketplace store.
And if anyone wants trolls, please.
This has been a Pagliacci podcast.